I bet you're wondering if you should subscribe to HBO Max, especially since it launches this very month. What are you gonna get for $14.99 a month? That's a lot of money. But you know what? By the way, if you sign up right now, if you sign up in advance before launch date, May 27th, you can subscribe for just $11.99 a month. And obviously, since it's called HBO Max, which itself costs $14.99 a month, all the other content, the Max, is technically free. But you know, what about those of us who have cable? I have cable, that's right, I still have cable. I can't quite cut the cord. I have Verizon Fios, and as an incentive to keep Verizon Fios, they give me HBO and Showtime for free. So I need a little extra incentive to cut that particular cord, right? Because you know, if you don't have cable and you're already subscribed to HBO, you're actually, by the way, going to automatically roll over into HBO Max on May 27th. So, of course, you'll have access to classic favorites that Warner Brothers paid a lot of money for. There's Big Bang Theory, Friends, you know, the crown jewel of streaming that they wrestled away from Netflix. The Friends reunion, by the way, is expected to now film at the end of the summer and will probably be available on the service shortly after that. But you're also getting Doctor Who, Rick and Morty, Fresh Prince, etc., etc. But it's becoming pretty clear at this point that the special sauce for streaming is original content. Just ask Disney Plus. So while there have been a lot of headlines about what will eventually be on HBO Max, for instance, I'm sorry, there's no news on when Green Lantern will actually debut. But there has been a lot of news about what has been specifically dated for HBO Max. You're definitely going to get it this summer, and that's what we're going to go over today. And in fact, in making this video, I actually convinced myself to subscribe for that $11.99 a month deal, because not only am I going to review the interface of the service when it launches, but there's a lot of cool stuff here that I think I'm going to want to check out. And you know, I believe it's like a family account too. It's like just like the other streaming services are. So that's a plus as well. All right, so at launch, May 27th, HBO Max will have two hands worth. Well, a little over a hand, but still, 6 originals. And as with all studios, I feel their strongest content features their brands. Looney Tunes cartoons, 11-minute episodes. I really enjoyed the shorts on Disney Plus. Although having to click, you know, I don't know if any of you collected VHS versions of shorts, and it was great to have them all together in a half hour. You could just let it play. But it's a little frustrating over on Disney Plus to have to click through to each short. So we'll see how Looney Tunes airs. But you're going to get 11-minute episodes plus holiday-themed specials down the road. Who's not going to want to watch that? It seems like they're going to have a lot of Christmas content on here. I'm excited. There's one other thing we're going to discuss today. And then, while it seems everyone has a talk show these days, Elmo is sure to stand out as one that families can enjoy together, and that adults can even enjoy on their own, with jokes at multiple levels. That's fantastic. The cookie-splain joke in the trailer for that show was hilarious! Anna Kendrick continues her delightful streaming domination as she now shows up on HBO Max in Love Life, where from the trailer, it seems pretty clear to me that Scoot McNairy is the Paul Rudd to her Alicia Silverstone. But I'm excited to see those two crazy kids get together. I predict it takes the entire season. The other half of the 6 originals that are debuting at launch are unscripted content. Craftopia is a kids' crafting competition. Legendary is a pose-like competition. And then on a more serious note, they have On the Record, which follows Drew Dixon as she makes the brave choice to step forward as part of the Me Too movement as one of the many women sexually assaulted by Russell Simmons. That's very serious. There's some scandal about that documentary. Oprah Winfrey said she had to leave it. I think she said there was some pressure from Russell Simmons to leave it, but Abigail Disney is a producer on it, an executive producer, so I'm sure that will generate a lot of conversation. So again, those are the original shows that will be available at launch, but you won't have to wait too long for more content, because yesterday HBO Max announced their full summer slate of original programming. June 18th, Karma, Survivor for kids, but less Lord of the Flies and more Kumbaya. Then June 25th is a big date with 4 shows debuting. Doom Patrol Season 2, baby! I gotta finish Season 1. And on that note, I am assuming that Season 1 will be on HBO Max at launch, so you can catch up as part of your subscription price. You make some money back right there, because you'd either have to subscribe to DC Universe, or you'd have to go buy the season on like iTunes or something. But speaking of DC Universe, don't worry, if you've already subscribed to that service, Doom Patrol Season 2 will air on both streaming services. I don't know why, but it will, so don't worry, but it will be on HBO Max. Then also Adventure Time returns with the first of 4 new specials, each one exploring a different corner of the Adventure Time world that we've never seen before. But some of your old favorites will occasionally return, characters. Sesame Street will debut Esme and Roy. Disney Plus has done very well as babysitter programming, so Esme and Roy should be big for HBO Max. While TBS's Search Party also moves to HBO Max for its 3rd season, with the 4th season already greenlit. Does anybody here watch Search Party? How is it? Then, July 9th, from regular show creator J.G. Quintel comes Close Enough, which is basically an animated 30-something set in Los Angeles. Also on July 9th, I think this one's very interesting. Expecting Amy debuts, a documentary which follows the controversial comedian through her complicated pregnancy, but while she also continues with her comedy career, from planning a special to still touring. Now, I know a lot of people these days don't care for Amy Schumer. I think she's made some really good movies, but I know that she rubs some people the wrong way. But I think it'll be really interesting to see a woman trying to balance pregnancy, marriage, and her career. I think that's something that everyone should be able to take something away from. So I think it's a very good idea. Then July 16th, The House of Ho. HBO Max goes bravo as they follow around a family where it's basically 2 Vietnamese immigrants who came to America and made it big in Texas. That should be pretty interesting. So it follows the parents and now their kids. July 23rd, another animated series. Cartoon Network is contributing quite a bit. This is Tig and Seek, about a little boy and his cat who not only work, but live at Lost and Found. Lost and Found for an entire city. Well, like a cartoon city. So it's like, fun and kooky. Then July 30th, we get 2 shows from the UK. British reality show The Doghouse goes behind the scenes at a rescue shelter in rural England. And we not only see the sad stories of how these dogs end up at the shelter, but the uplifting ones about how they get adopted. Hooray! Then there's the scripted comedy Frayed, about a wealthy London housewife who must return to her native Australia with her 2 kids, and we explore her past and why she left. Ooh! I don't know if those have already aired in the UK. If they have, what did you guys think who are out there? Although I think, ironically, it'll be a while till you get HBO Max. All right, so anyway, finally, this is what I'm very, very excited about. On August 6th, we get the movie An American Pickle, like an American Tail, get it? Where Seth Rogen plays not just 1, but 2 roles. When Seth Rogen is good, I think he's very good. He plays a 1920s immigrant who works at a pickle factory, but falls into a vat of brine and gets frozen Captain America style, only to awaken 100 years later, where he goes and looks up his only living relative, also played by Rogen, a mild-mannered computer coder who I bet you also smokes pot. Hilarity ensues! This sounds fantastic to me. Rogen is going to be a very big part of HBO Max overall. Here's the other Christmas special. As you might have seen the headline that he and Sarah Silverman, who nailed it with her voice work in Wreck-It Ralph over at Disney, they've signed on for an animated Christmas series called Santa Inc., which I also, again, feel will be excellent. Basically, it's a little bit, actually, like, speaking of Disney, it's a little bit like Noelle. Although I'm sure a little bit more adult because of the talent involved. So Seth Rogen's character is supposed to be the new Santa, but I think he gets hired away by Amazon or something. Hilarious. And so Sarah Silverman must step up to be the new Santa as a woman. I think it sounds really good. And we haven't even seen any images from it yet. Then finally, since you are getting HBO as part of your HBO Max package, Perry Mason, Room 104, and Lovecraft Country, which all look excellent, will also be debuting over the summer. So, how does this sound to you? Are you planning to subscribe to HBO Max? Why or why not? Share your thoughts down below. Subscribe to me today as well for free. Although you can become a member for less than $10 a month, and you get access to all the streams. You can comment on them. So share your thoughts down below. Subscribe today. And of course, as always, you can check out some more videos right now.